Welcome back, brave adventurers, to Dragon Hoard, the show where we dust off ancient issues of Dragon magazine and discover why the 1970s were the Wild West of tabletop gaming. Today we're cracking open issue number 2, released in August 1976. No unified theme, no polish, just pure chaotic creativity from the early days of Dungeons and Dragons. Hold your hats, because this one's got everything. Martial arts monks, tundra deathworms, pulp fantasy demons, alchemists throwing questionable powders, and a preview of the very first D&D tournament rules at Gen Con 9. Let's dig in. Monkish Combat in the arena of promotion. You want your monk to level up? Great, but first he has to duel his master in Mortal Kombat. No pressure. This article lays out elaborate kung fu style arenas, random combat effects, and environmental hazards like collapsing floors and magical interference. It's like Enter the Dragon, but with saving throws. And yes, it suggests the monk might be teleported into an arena he can't leave until someone wins, because nothing says enlightenment like getting kicked through a flaming portal by your sensei. From Flaming Fist to Frozen Fear, let's talk about one of the nastiest monsters ever introduced to the game. Creature feature, the Remorhaz. Making its slimy debut in this issue is the Remorhaz, a massive Arctic monster that lives under the snow and heats its back to hundreds of degrees. It melts swords, it bites through plate armor, it waits under the ice until your paladin walks by, then erupts like a geyser with teeth. Swing a weapon at it and your gear literally melts. It's part centipede, part furnace, and all the nightmare fuel. Welcome to Arctic horror, D&D style. Let's thaw out with some light reading. Gary Gygax returns with more of his charmingly meandering campaign fiction. The Gnome Cache, Chapter 2, by Gary Gygax. Chapter 2 of the Gnome Cache follows Dunstan, the not-quite adventurer, as he sets off into the world. This installment, less action, more travelogue. He walks, he gets directions, he thinks about trade routes. It's like The Hobbit if Bilbo never left the Shire, but it's still a fascinating peek into early Greyhawk tone. It's more about atmosphere and world building than high drama, but hey, even legendary heroes start somewhere. Speaking of heroes, let's talk about one with a broadsword, a grudge, and probably no shirt. Shadow of a Demon by Gardner F. Fox. In this pulp fantasy short story, legendary author Gardner Fox introduces us to Niall of the Far Travels, a sword-wielding wanderer caught in a web of betrayal and dark magic. Niall faces a soul-stealing demon, a seductive sorceress, and accursed symbols etched in blood. It's pulpy, intense, and about as subtle as a +5 battle axe to the face. If you love Conan-style fantasy with big action and bigger stakes, this one's for you. Now for something more experimental, and by experimental, I mean probably explosive. A new D&D character class, the Alchemist. This homebrew class skips spellbooks and goes full mad scientist. Alchemists don't cast spells, they brew potions, powders, and bombs. You've got concoctions for sleep, paralysis, blindness, smoke screens, and yes, failure tables that turn you pink or explode your eyebrows. It's brilliant chaos. Think wizard meets chemist meets dungeon pyromaniac. From crafting chaos to crafting dungeons, let's see what advice they're giving DMs in this issue. This entry isn't about room decoration or building sprawling layouts, it's all about traps. Nasty, clever, party-splitting traps. We're talking pit traps, collapsing staircases, magical doorways that lead somewhere very bad, and tricks designed to waste players' resources before the real danger even shows up. It also encourages layered traps, combining multiple hazards, so even if the party thinks they've solved it, there's still a second nastier surprise waiting. Best of all, it emphasizes unpredictability, making sure players can't just memorize the usual and breeze through. Every door could be the last one they open. In short, it's a reminder from 1976 that a dungeon without traps is just an underground hallway. And just when you think things can't get any more old school, let's talk about mailing lists, tournaments, and the golden age of gaming by post. Gen Con 9 Tournament Update. Page 10 gives us a peek at the early rules of one of the first D&D tournaments at Gen Con 9. Pre-generated characters only. Each group runs the same dungeon scenario. Players are scored on performance, not just survival. And one dungeon, many teams, one winner. Brutal. This was speedrunning D&D before that was even a thing. Forget custom builds. You got what you were handed, and you started earning XP. And yes, it was all done in person with pencils, and judgmental glances from Gary himself. Well, probably. Dragon Magazine issue number 2 is a beautiful, chaotic mess. It's not polished, but it's brimming with raw ideas. It's passionate in its storytelling, and it gives us all a glimpse back to the early gaming history. What's my verdict? It has creativity, unstable potions, and a centipede that melts your paladin. It's A plus classic content. That's it for episode 2 of Dragon Horde. What was your favorite part? Monkish martial arts, the alchemist's exploding powder, the fiery snow monster? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like if your dice survive the Remorhaz, and subscribe for more relics from the golden age of D&D. Till next time, roll high, carry tongs for your potions, and don't trust any pile of snow.